Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So today I am so excited to talk to you guys about a recent addition that I bought, a plant purchase that I bought for my garden that has a lot of great qualities and just sounded like a really great addition to add to my garden, and that is a viburnum. So what I found about viburnums is that they are deer resistant, drought tolerant. Most varieties have fragrant flowers, they attract birds, and they are low maintenance. And I think all that combined just makes it ideal for me and something that I'm definitely looking for to add to my garden. It's got a lot of different qualities and it's going to provide some early flowering for me, which is what I'm looking for right now, especially at the beginning of the year. I'd like to add as much interest as I can, but also have seasonal interest as we go throughout the seasons. So I thought I would show you guys a few varieties that I ran across in a recent local nursery visit so that you guys could see a few of the varieties that were offered in my area anyway. However, there's a lot of varieties out there and you may find more in your zone just depending on where you are. So let's take a look at what I found and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you guys about some of the qualities of the viburnum that I think it makes it a very attractive plant for the garden. I recently visited a local nursery and saw a few different options of viburnum that they had currently. My zone is zone 7B, and the first one that they had is one called a spring bouquet viburnum. Now, this said that it takes partial to full sun and is recommended for zones 7 through 11, and it did say that this is an evergreen viburnum. The next one that I looked at is called Shades of Pink Viburnum, and this recommended light is full sun. Bloom color is pink, but it actually had white blooms on there as well, so it must be a very light pink. Average size is 4 to 8 feet high and 4 to 6 feet wide, and good in zones 7 through 11. And then the last one was called a Moonlight Lace, and that is recommended for part shade in zones 7 through 9. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, there are a lot of varieties of viburnum. There are over 175 species, and they come in both evergreen and deciduous varieties. These are flowering shrubs, and they are good in zones 2 through 9. You can find varieties in all those zones, although they're most prevalent in zones 4 through 8. Most varieties I did find prefer full sun, and that's when you're going to get the most flower production and then berry production, which comes in after the flowers. However, they do also have several varieties that tolerate partial shade as well. So just make sure when you're looking for the variety that you get the one that is ideal for the spot that you're planning on putting it in. So after flowering, I did find out that the viburnums do have berries, that they produce berries. And I actually just found this out in a recent bird class I took. And I specifically took this class because I'm interested in adding shrubs and bushes to my landscape that will provide berries and that are ideal for the birds, because I do like to set up a bird environment as well. And so when I heard about these and that they do provide berries, I thought what a great addition once I've learned more and more about them. So I did also find though that to maximize your berry production, that you generally are going to want to plant 2 or more of these shrubs. Now I am just planting one for the time being, and I'm going to see how that produces, and then we'll decide from there if I want to add more to the landscape or what I'll want to do a little bit further down the road. But I did want to impart that is what I found on my research as well as far as berry production. Now, the interesting thing about the berries is that the berries, from what I found, are beautiful on their own. They come in a wide variety of colors. So while the flowers, for the most part, are white and light pink, and most varieties come with those flower colors, the berries can range anywhere from red
to blue to purple and black, and they just looked gorgeous. When I looked at them online and saw the different colors that were available, I couldn't believe how pretty the colors were. So again, you're adding a lot of interest to your landscape and a lot of seasonal interest because you have the flowers, you have the berries, and then also fall foliage and the leaves turning in the fall. That also provides seasonal interest as well, which is a really nice addition to your landscape, is to have that seasonal interest so you have something going on at most of the time anyway. I did also find that these plants prefer well-draining soil. However, they are adaptable to many different soil types, and they are drought resistant and drought tolerant. So this is really good to know because it just seems like the plant can be adaptable depending on the variety again and where you are, to your landscape and to a variety of different landscapes, which is always nice. Another benefit that I found with this plant is it really doesn't take a lot of maintenance. As far as trimming the plant, the only trimming that really needs to be done is trimming off dead parts or diseased parts, but otherwise you can pretty much leave it alone and it's just going to do its thing, and that sounds great to me. Okay, so I'm so excited to show you guys the plant that I chose. So let's go take a look and I'll show you what I got.
Okay, so here is the viburnum that I chose to add to my garden. This one is called Shades of Pink, and I believe you can probably tell why. It starts in that beautiful deeper pink before it blooms, and then as it gets closer to blooming, it looks like it turns more of a lighter pink and then has the white blooms. Now this variety is good in zones 7 through 11, and the bloom time is late winter into early spring. It does say that it requires full sun in planting, and it gets 4 to 8 feet tall and 4 to 6 feet wide.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really have enjoyed sharing about the viburnum and what I found about it, and I'm so excited about adding it to the landscape and helping with my bird environment as well as providing seasonal interest. I wanted to also say, if you guys have any comments or tips or any experience with viburnums, please make sure to comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear about your experience as well. So thank you so much again for joining me. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, happy gardening and goodbye.